In a previous video, I discussed the importance of testing your code, and in another video, I discussed using artificial intelligence to write scripts and programs for you. You can also use AI to generate test values. So let's look at that. Here's the program that ChatGPT generated to solve the admissions problem that I'd previously assigned as homework. And if you recall, it took a couple of iterations, adjustments to the specifications to get something I was happy with. This is not unusual. Usually it's going to take more than 2 times. But whatever you are finally happy with, you still must test it. So I'm going to just start here. Now you can also take code and drop it into ChatGPT and say, I want the values necessary to completely test this. So it works both ways. So I'm going to give a prompt here, provide values to completely test and verify proper functioning of the above program. Put these values into a spreadsheet. Along with the reasons for each value to be input. And there's a whole bunch of ways you could word that. Press enter. Let's see what we get. So here's our spreadsheet. So let's see what we have here. So recall we have names, first name, last name. We have GPA inputs, we have test score inputs, and recall I asked for the reasoning behind each of the values that we're going to use to test. I guess you could actually refer to this as test number 2 and 3 and whatever. So now we can take this. Of course, you probably should think about this a little bit, make sure that ChatGPT's provided you everything you need. So here we're going to I'm not sure where we're going with the invalid. Those are a little unclear. I think we decided a while ago that pretty much any input here is going to work for first name and last name because they're just strings. I think what they're talking about here is these values here. That's what ChatGPT's referring to. But of course this certainly gives us something to work with here, and I would insert a column for sure on the other side actually. Actually, I think we need a couple of columns. Insert. And we could certainly include this in our prompt. So these are with the inputs. We could have another column here called expected. Output. And of course we could have one here. And I would call this one actual output, etc. So you see how this is working. So you could enter all these in and record. First thing I would do is record what you expect and then actually do the test, see what you actually got. Now there's other types of testing you can do that an AI will help you with. We might or might not get into that later.